Hello, and welcome to Train Simulator 2017. Today we are going to be working on the exciting thing of driving a train from outside Clapham Junction, Latchmere Junction, which the game is now very helpfully zooming out without me asking it to. Thanks, game. To Purley as part of the 2D17 1747. Lots of sevens in this one. Southern service from Sheperds Bush to Purley. Formed, as the diagrams say, of two 3-car 377-3s. I'll get there in the end. Now, some of you may be thinking, but he's already done this scenario before. Now, there's a reason. Oh, hello. There is a reason why that I'm redoing this. That reason is very simply because new reskin. Using the London to Gillingham light sets, Great British Railworks has produced a reskin of the Southern 377-3s and 377-1s in Southern livery, as well as all the other variants and excitement. And they've produced this pretty funky reskin, which I've not installed entirely properly, which is why there are missing textures and things, but hey-ho. It works. With this exciting interior that's very exciting and accurate, and hello AWS, and these destinations which are not only accurate but pretty much exhaustive. Mainly because I made them. I know, I'm so modest. Anyway, this is, I think, the feature scenario for this, or one of them. But I decided to do a revamp of my original one to include these new light clusters, which I thought is very exciting. And there'll be all sorts of fun little things and excitements, and it'll all be dandy. And it will include new diagrams and the rest of it, and I really enjoy making these kind of things. And I'm probably going to do other ones for this skin, so there's a specific train from Victoria to Littlehampton that I'm looking at, which has an exciting stopping pattern. And then there's also some 375 stuff. But anyway, today, outside Clapham Junction to Purley, calling at all stations, taking a long period of time, and in a train. With various Armstrong Powerhouse sound packs on the Zeros and on the Electrostar, I think. I installed it, not entirely sure if it's working. Somebody will doubtless tell me. Tell me! Or not. "10 miles an hour seems rather slow." And my frame rate is rather low, as it's Clapham Junction and there's a reasonable amount of AI around. Sorry, I just really like listening to Zeros. Ah, Gatwick Express 387. I'm going to need to reverse some of those coaches round, actually, before I release. Stopped way short. This is Clapham Junction. This is a southern service to Purley. The next station is Wandsworth Common. Don't know what's happened with these front doors. Oh well. Oh look, another train. And you're off, are you? That'll be why I have a red signal. Train at speed. Wham. Again, apologies about the frame rate, but hey, it's Clapham Junction. I think I depart at 02. Purley. And you're going fast as well. Where are you going to? Alton. Alton? Alton. Oh, hello you. Where are you off to? I mean Victoria, but... And then this train comes in. Dorking via Epsom. And off we go! Welcome aboard the Southern Service to Purley, calling at Wandsworth Common, Balham, Streatham Common, Norbury, Thornton Heath, Selhurst, East Croydon, South Croydon, Purley Oaks, and Purley. And off we go, bending round. So, let's talk about a few things. Woo! Train sim news. There isn't much. They've continued to chunder out the usual quality of DLC and rolling stock. Various people are not best pleased by it, but then that's because its quality ranges from shoddy to that's okay. The usual accusations of it being rushed, being chucked about, because it's probably true, and all sorts of exciting things, which we know probably won't change anything, but we might as well say because we have to. Other things. Train Simulator Premium Edition came out. It's essentially a large bundle. Worth the money, but it doesn't give you money off if you already have elements of the bundle, which is vaguely annoying. But Wiper works. Yeah, oh no, I don't want you on. Where's my wiper? The Electrostar default sounds weren't too bad, to be honest. But the sound pack does make it much nicer. And you are around. Hello you, what are you doing? There's my 6-car stop. This is Wandsworth Common. This train is for Purley. The next station is Balham. So, exciting other train simulator news. Nothing. Oh, South Wales Coastal. I'd forgotten I hadn't spoken about that. But no, South Wales... What the heck are the doors still doing? I hate that kind of train simulator bug. I hate it. I've told the train, pick up passengers at this station for this long, then leave and go to the next one. What does it do? Yeah, okay. Okay, it does that. I know I pinged that once too many. But then it just leaves the doors open. No, I didn't want you to do that. You shut the doors when you're moving. That was single yellow, wasn't it? I'll just let this train roll then. I'm cleared into Balham. That's all that matters. Now I can get my nut up. If that makes sense. Ooh, train. If you're wondering why I'm not taking my screenshots, by the way, it's because of reasons. Those reasons being I have already driven this scenario as far as Selhurst. Okay, I'm not allowed to stop until the next set. Why do they have a 3 car? It's usually 2 to 4 or whatever. There isn't a 5 car one as well. DRA on. Anyway, South Wales Coastal. Woo! No, not woo. The opposite of woo. It's made the entire previous South Wales coastal route, the one from Bristol to Swansea, irrelevant. So it gives everyone for the same price. Bristol to Cardiff becomes irrelevant. It gives Bristol to Swansea to everyone for the same price. Now, they have reduced. I can buy Bristol to Swansea having now, as I own Bristol to Cardiff, I can buy Bristol to Swansea for 15 quid, which isn't quite the point. Firstly, I spent £24.99 on Bristol to Cardiff, therefore I don't expect to pay any more for Bristol to Swansea, as people who get Bristol to Swansea now just get Bristol to Swansea for £24.99, which includes, surprisingly, the Bristol to Cardiff section. So, I'm quite annoyed, to be fair. I don't see why I should have to pay any more money to get something that other people already have. Or oh, I forgot I put my DRA on. To get something that other people will get for the same price. I mean, I am essentially putting in £15 more. Oh, come on. Right, train reset, now I can go. That was annoying. Anyway. So, I'm £15 worse on the deal just because I bought Bristol to Cardiff. Now, that shouldn't happen. I should get Bristol to Swansea for free because I bought Bristol to Cardiff. I mean, that makes sense, right? I spent 25 quid on Bristol to Cardiff. Therefore, as Bristol to Swansea costs 25 quid as well, I shouldn't pay any more. That makes sense. Just, that does make sense, right? Well, apparently not. Apparently... Dovetail Games have decided that actually... No, okay, my desktop has frozen. Right, there we go, it's unfrozen. Apparently... I should spend an extra £15 for having the audacity to buy a route. It's quite ridiculous. I'm quite annoyed. Cardiff to Bristol was an extension, right? So I'm glad that they... It's tedious. And you note it, Train Simulator Pioneers Edition, they include both South Wales coastal routes, and I think both are still on sale. Actually, I'm going to go and check. Are both still on sale? Well, I had a little check, and yes, actually, both are still on sale. Both the Bristol to Cardiff and the Bristol to Swansea versions of the South Wales Coastal are still on sale, despite the fact that if I buy Bristol to Cardiff, I am immediately £15 out of pocket. Or £10 out of pocket. I'm not sure if they've reduced the price to £19.99 or not, but the point still stands. I'm out of pocket by a lot if I want to later go and buy the extension to Swansea. Now, maybe if I think, personally, South Wales Coastal shouldn't have been that much. Price they've set it at is rather ridiculous for what is a 40-mile route. It's not even 40 miles, it's fewer than 40 miles. I think the distance is 30... It's 39, it's not much less, but it's less than 40 miles. Which is quite nice, to be fair, but not for 25 quid. It should have been 15. Then extension to Swansea, however long that is, 10 to make up the 25. Or, even better, you don't release Bristol to Cardiff, or you remove Bristol to Cardiff, or you just update Bristol to Cardiff. That's what we're waiting for. That delayed train from South Bermondsey to West Croydon, rather than have both on sale at the same time, one of them which being a much worse deal, and I don't get them, and I find it very annoying. The other thing they've released in conjunction is the Class 150/1, which is brilliant because it's shit. From reports, it accelerates like a Dovetail Games Voyager. Now, that is ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. If you're going to copy physics, copy it from the Class 150/2, or create new physics that are accurate, please. But no, it has the physics of a Voyager, but it can only go up to 70 miles per hour, which is weird, and I don't get it at all. But hey-ho, apparently that's a thing. Next problem is that it looks vaguely horrible. Okay, I'm late because of that. But anyway, it does look vaguely horrible. In the sense that the textures are all wrong. It's far too light for a first Great Western colour set. It's also far too light for a first Great Western colour set. Its looks are off. I mean, it's got 158 sounds, for crying out loud. I mean, a 150 sounds a lot different to a 158. It's generally just a really poor and a really rushed effort. Something that we've got very used to from the piles of rubbish that are Dovetail Games, but, you know. Yeah, not much Christmas cheer in this, is there? But then, it is Streatham. And it's southern as well. I mean, to be honest, these commuters will just be glad a train has turned up. Yeah, I'm really quite late now. Which is not entirely good. But then... oh well. No, I am late. I should have been departing by now. Hopefully I'll still get a tick, and then I'll floor it to Norbury. Okay, I'm expected a minute late. So, let's see if I can race this. No, essentially, I'm now going to change from non-Dovetail Games topics, because actually it's quite boring talking about them now. As you can probably tell from my voice, I just have given up with them, frankly. And Train Sim Worlds at alpha or public beta, so I'm not going to slag that off too much. All that I am going to say is I'm very sceptical about me ever becoming a part of it. Because I think they're probably going to use the same business model on it as they do for Train Simulator, which I don't particularly like, as you've probably gathered. Dovetail Games are the Apple of the gaming world, in the sense that they charge way too much for things, their products are always overrated and overhyped, and they break at the earliest opportunity. As you can tell, I don't like iPhones, or iPods, or anything. I had an iPod Touch, and that just got worse and worse and worse, and eventually died, and now I have a phone which has the same specifications as an iPhone 6 or 7, I can't remember which one, but is much, much cheaper, because it's not made by Apple or Samsung. It's a kind of copycat phone from a phone service company, which I'm not going to name for reasons. And that was only the phone itself. Would cost just over £100 in comparison to the £600 to £700 eye-watering amounts you get an Apple. For goodness sake, I'd much rather buy a better laptop for that kind of money. I'm not spending that much money on a phone. I've clawed that time back. Good. The timetable is quite lenient here. Oh, that was the train I could hear. And off we go. Green light. I find the ETA quite an odd thing. Don't know if it's just me, but I do find it very odd. That's going to Milton Keynes. Yeah, I do like this. It's quite... Oh, hello. Speed limit. 1. So, Christmas. That's a thing. Yeah, I'm quite glad that it's bringing 2016 to an end, because it's not been the best of years for humanity. I'm both excited and scared to see what 2017 has to bring. Partly for the political world, partly for humanity, and partly for me, because I do exciting / scary things in 2017, like finishing school and going to university, which is but enough of that. This channel will probably still exist. Orson may come back, I don't know. It's something that we are in, quote, consultation, unquote, which basically means I'm going away to think about it. And I haven't. Do like these adverts that Doctor has put in. Yeah, they're fun little things. Right, next stop is Selhurst. Change here for some trains. Nah. Come on. Win, 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 win. Woo! Can't get too excited, as my frame rate is killing itself. No, it's gone worse again. Brakes on. Brakes still on, but to a lesser extent. Broke way too hard, way too early. I think my ETA is broken. Yep, my ETA is broken. And off you go. Right, now we have a wait while we I don't know, what's my signal saying? Single, it's amber, so it's red down there. Okay. Oh, overground. Hello, you. That's quite flash. That signal's on point, which is nice. Oh, hello. There we go. Do I have news? No. Other than that, I finished school for the year of 2016, and that was good. Because I'm like most people in that it's very tedious, and I don't find it particularly interesting. I've got to do it! But at the end of the day, yep, sorry I had a massive yawn at that point. Oh god, you're back. At the end of the day, I'd prefer if I didn't have to, but it's life. Stretching. It's life, and therefore stuff. I also had a very long day of filming out and about in London yesterday, so that will provide footage for various videos. Ooh, that reminds me, I have a Kit Kat in my coat. Should I run and get the Kit Kat? I'm going to run and get the Kit Kat. I'm glad I did end up pausing the recording, because I ended up getting very sidetracked and made a cup of tea and ate food. And it was all rather exciting. But anyway, I now have another cup of tea and a Kit Kat. Well, two, because I'm a greedy bastard. Yum. So, Selhurst, home of Selhurst Depot, where Southern trains spend most of their time, thanks to strikes, and Southern's inability to cooperate with anyone. Yeah, that's something I should talk about, as it's vaguely topical. Southern strikes. I was with the unions. I'm going to say that. I was. I will specify the use of the past tense is deliberate, because I'm not anymore. My previous position, that's my position up until this month, was that Southern were being twits about it. They can't manage anything. Their fight with the guards is because they're going to use it as an excuse to phase it out. They've guaranteed them until 2021. After 2021, nothing will happen. I think they'll all just go. And that's why I think the unions have a right to strike, and they have a right to make a fuss about it, because I think they should. The safety case... I mean, I'm not sure. I live on Southeastern, so, Southeastern have... The Metro's fleet certainly has... Anyway, trains, Southern. And I generally remain pessimistic. I don't think the safety case has much credence, but I'm generally with the unions, because I think they have a right to strike about it, and they have a right to be pessimistic about what will happen after Southern removes the guarantee of the jobs. Right, I said that my view changed this month, which is true. When the unions did the entire going on strike completely with drivers, meaning that no trains could run, that was where I drew the line. Because essentially, I don't think the union should have done that. Denied. Why am I denied? There we go. Because, oh, for goodness sake, I can't take screenshots. I can't take bloody screenshots. Excuse me for a second while I pummel myself. Right, save. Quit! And I will see you once I've got back to this stage. And we are back. Screenshot taken, goal achieved, back to Southern. The union should not have done the total strike. Because that means, like, nobody can get to work. Before, people could get to work, but it took an awfully lot. It took a lot longer. It was very tedious. It was essentially a normal Southern day. So I don't think they should have gone on strike at all. I think they should have just let Southern fuck themselves over, frankly. I apologise for the language, but Southern are so... they don't need any help screwing up. They do it perfectly well themselves. They don't need ASLEF and RMT to come along and give them a helping hand by not providing any staff. I mean, Southern wants to remove the guards, okay, but they've done a much better job, which is to remove all the trains. So there's no need for guards because you've got no trains to stick them on. Well done, Southern, you're really good. But no, the point is, if the unions hadn't have gone on strike in the first place, they would have still been this huge mess. But Southern would have had to answer every single point and wouldn't have been able to scapegoat it on the unions. Kit Kat. And this is what I like to point out. I think, personally, the unions can be rather short-sighted, like the left in general. Which I'm a liberal, I'm left-ish. Centre-left liberal, that's my political view, which you may or may not have gathered. I am pro-nationalisation of the railways, partly because I don't trust private companies, and partly, but mostly because the privatisation is so flippin' fragmented and so horribly done and is such a crap deal for the taxpayer and the government that actually we weren't better off with British Rail. But if we went back to public ownership but just had Network Rail is the thing that's making the real difference, and that's public. If we just done that in the days of British Rail, we would not have any of this. But Network Rail is a good thing, mostly. Which is, and, you know, when we had, you know, Govia made huge profits, 99 million. But, huge profits. I mean, if we made that kind of profit, the fares would go down, and the government would recoup an awful lot of money that would otherwise be spent. You know, the net payout to the railways would be much lower. And rolling stock operating companies can fuck right off. Yes, that's right, people. I've had my cake and eaten it. It was bloody tasty. Off we go! Welcome aboard the Southern service to Purley, calling at South Croydon, Purley Oaks, and Purley. Oh, you know what I should do? I need to change my light settings to night running. There we go. I completely forgot that we had to stop at South Croydon. So, this is going to be a tight stop. I'm also going to have to reset myself because I went into emergency accidentally. S is all the way out there. This is Purley. This is South Croydon. This is a southern service to Purley. The next station is Purley Oaks. Sounds like an oyster tree. Well, hey, jokes! Yeah, not really. Yeah. It's horrible, wasn't it? Yeah, I completely agree. Hello. I'm gonna have to change my timing of player train at and beyond East Croydon, because some of this timing is... Oh, for goodness sake, the door bug again! Oh, come on! Oh, you stupid thing. I don't like that. Oh well. Because this has got offset by about 40 seconds. Oh, hello. I can go. Welcome aboard the Southern service to Purley, calling at Purley Oaks and Purley. Reigate. Yeah, I'm doing this on the South London to Brighton route because of the availability of portals and things. It's very useful to have all my AI going northbound to disappear into the Victoria portals without getting screwed up around Victoria, so they don't interfere with all the fast AI trains leaving Victoria. What do you mean? What ETA is this? So I think my Purley Oaks timing is fine. Yep, this stop is coming in hot. This train, because the stop station isn't moving. This is Purley. This is Purley Oaks. This station is Purley Oaks. This is a southern service to Purley. The next station is Purley. I know this is partially South West Trains' announcements, but... Why are you on this platform? Why are you on this platform? There isn't a train here. Trains do not stop at this platform at Purley Oaks. You can look at me like that all you want. And stop patting your phone as if it's a cat. Welcome aboard the southern service to Purley. Yep, that's it. Final. It's been quite fun, this. I've enjoyed it. You may or may not have. I will know, because people will either tell me in the comments or vote on the video, or not, do neither. Ooh. Oh, hello. And now it goes down to 25. I don't know if I should make a part 2 where it goes back to Selhurst Depot. Nah, can't be bothered. Tell me about that drop. Now that's quite cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's detaching with the rear half going to Tattenham Corner. And that half going to Caterham. That's quite fun and sexy and exciting. But that's your lot. So, thank you for watching this video of the 2D17, the 1747 Sheperds Bush to Purley service, the revamp of my original. The scenario will be released on the workshop at some point, and I'm not sure when that will be, but it will be released. It only remains for me to thank you all very much for watching. And say, if you haven't subscribed, you can, or you cannot, I don't mind. You can also like or dislike the video, depending on your opinions, or leave the thing neutral because you were kind of meh about it, or you just can't be bothered to click on a button, which is fair enough. All that remains for me is to wish you a Christmas of merriment, and a new year that is hopefully better than the one you've had, or as good as the year you've had previously, if 2016 was a good year for you. I don't really mind. One of the two. Anyway, see you next time for a one-sided conversation with me. But until then, goodbye, and happy Christmas.